Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I think the things you regret most in life are the things you didn't do. Let's go invent tomorrow rather than worrying about what happened yesterday. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. If you live each day as it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. Life goes on, and you learn from it. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. You have to be burning with an idea, or a problem, or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out. Stay hungry. Stay foolish. I don't care about being right. I care about success and doing the right thing. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality, has to be carried all the way through. Details matter. It's worth waiting to get it right. Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have a faith in people, that they're basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. I do not adopt softness towards others because I want to make them better. Most people don't get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. When you need a miracle, be miracle. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. One way to remember who you are is to remember who your heroes are. If today were the last day of your life, would you want to do what you are about to do today? You can build your own things that other people can use. And once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. There is a tremendous amount of craftsmanship between a great idea and a great product. I think death is the most wonderful invention of life. It purges the system of these old models that are obsolete. The doers are the major thinkers. The people that really create the things that change this industry are both the thinker and doer in one person. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. I'm actually as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night, saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. Creativity is just connecting things. If you don't love it, you're going to fail. I think different religions are different doors to the same house. Sometimes I think the house exists, and sometimes I don't. It's the great mystery. Things don't have to change the world to be important. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. You get your win back, remember the finish line, and keep going. You should never start a company with the goal of getting rich. Your goal should be making something you believe in and making a company that will last. If you're gonna make connections that are innovative, you have to not have the same bag of experience as everyone else does. I always advise people don't wait. Do something when you are young, when you have nothing to lose, and keep that in mind. I've been rejected, but I'm still in love. It doesn't make sense to hire good people and tell them what to do. We hire good people so they can tell us what to do. God gave us the senses to let us feel the love in everyone's heart, not the illusions brought about by wealth. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. We're here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why else even be here? My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. I think the things you most regret in life are things you didn't do. What you really regret was never asking that girl to dance. Without death, there would be very little progress. If you want it, you can fly. You just have to trust you a lot. I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. The most powerful person in business is the storyteller. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. The greatest thing is when you do put your heart and soul into something over an extended period of time, and it is worth it. We are very careful about what features we add because we can't take them away. In the broadest context, the goal is to seek enlightenment, however you define it. Don't get hung up on who owns the idea. Pick the best one, and let's go. I think all of us need to be on guard against arrogance, which knocks at the door whenever you're successful. People who know what they're talking about don't need PowerPoint. The minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains.